Hey everyone, Sophia here from My Great Challenge. Welcome back to my channel. Let's do a little chit chat before we dive into the subject of this video. I'm going to show you what I eat in a week. And this is just a sample of what I would eat in an entire week. I started filming it last week. I finished it Friday night, 2 nights ago. It's Sunday morning for me here. There's been a lot of requests for me to show you what I eat. And, you know, I used to talk about my diets and I used to talk about my health and I used to talk about what I was doing, what the plan was, how I was doing, giving you weekly updates, you know, when I was on Weight Watchers and all of that. And 2 years ago, I pretty much stopped doing all of that. And I just want to address that really quick because it's related to how I feel about doing this video. Let me just preface by saying that it took a lot of courage to do this video and put it up on YouTube. In the past, it's been very difficult to be able to freely talk about my health and what I plan on doing and how I'm doing and what I eat, you know, X, Y, and Z, you know what I mean, on YouTube because of the comments. People are just plain mean. Let's just be very upfront with that. And it's not just your one mean comment that does it. It's the accumulation of 50 comments, and having to monitor the comment section is a job on its own. It's literally almost a full-time job to police the comment section. As much as YouTubers will tell you they don't care about what people say, it's fine. It's a reality. Eventually you do grow a very tough skin. It's the accumulation and the ongoing part of it for specific videos that becomes tiresome to the point where you're just being turned off for wanting to do those type of videos. So I'm sure you've noticed that in the past 2 years or so, I've really significantly reduced the amount of personal stuff that I put on YouTube, and that is for this reason alone. And one of the reasons why I opened a Patreon, because people are just mean. A lot of people just can't control themselves. They have to come at you. And I know that a lot of people mean well. A lot of people feel that they're giving you advice or whatever. A lot of time it's unsolicited and a little bit of it is okay. But when it's just non-stop and a lot of it is just meant to be hurtful, I don't know anybody who can just pass by it and not be affected. You know you would. And please, I've heard it before. Don't put yourself out there. You won't have the comments. Okay, listen, that's not what it's about, okay? You can put yourself out there and still be respected. And that's not the case when it comes to things like family life and things like diet. I don't know why. Those two particular subjects bring on a lot of negativity in the comment section and it becomes hurtful. And as a result, YouTubers, me in particular, pull back and we lose confidence and we lose desire to share by fear of being put in that position again. So it took a lot of courage, I would say, for me to do this video. And I'm only doing it because I've had so many requests. And I understand it's not fair if you're not on Patreon, because all of this is being discussed there. I understand that it's not fair for you who are not on Patreon for whatever reason. Maybe you don't want to support it, or maybe you don't have the time, maybe you don't have the funds, maybe you don't believe in supporting content creators. That's fine. This is not to promote it. But I understand that if you can't or won't, it's not fair to you if you're interested in that information. So I will share it with you, but I want to give a little bit of a discussion about what you're about to see. So it's very obvious I've lost a lot of weight. I've lost over 50 pounds in the past 2 years. I started with doing AIP, which is autoimmune protocol, an anti-inflammatory diet, which got ridiculed when I talked about it. So I stopped talking about it. It's that simple, okay? It's that simple. It's just, I'm not putting myself out there anymore. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, but there's a video where I discussed in depth what it is. I'll link it up here and down below. I did that about 2 years ago, and that was after I had been diagnosed with autoimmune disorders. I have been diagnosed with 3. Usually they come in trios. If you have one, you know you don't just have one. So I have Hashimoto, which is the thyroid disease, and I have arthritis, and I have psoriasis. Thank God it's not psoriatic arthritis, because that would be a real problem. It is just psoriasis. And I have shown pictures of my neck before and after. My neck is completely healed. I had psoriasis here, and I was starting to get it on my elbows. I haven't had any since I started this diet. So I'm just telling you it worked for me. I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm just saying this is what I've been doing and it worked for me. It helped me manage my symptoms of autoimmune disorder. So again, I'm doing AIP. I don't talk about it too much because of the comments. I don't want to be put in a position where I turn off comments on videos. It's not fair to those who are supportive. It just is not, you know. And I know that it's not cool to have a few spoil it for everybody else, but that's basically what happened. So I don't talk about it anymore. Autoimmune protocol, real quick, is an anti-inflammatory diet. When you start it, it's mostly elimination. You eliminate all of the foods that could potentially inflame your system. The 2 major ones are sugar and gluten. So I've been gluten-free 90% because I have relapse. It's very difficult to follow. And if you are gluten-free or try to be gluten-free, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you just can't be gluten-free. So it's gluten. I'm 90% gluten-free. And it's sugar for me. I'm almost 90% also sugar-free. With relapse here and there, you will see me make cookies and have a cookie. Do I get sick after the cookie? No. But I can tell you that if I have 3 cookies, I will. So for me, the symptoms, if I eat gluten and sugar, are massive migraines and fatigue. And if I eat too much gluten, I start getting the psoriasis back in my neck. And if I eat too much sugar, I crash and I get really, really tired and fatigued, probably for a whole week. It takes a long time to get back to baseline. It really does. So when you do AIP, you start with eliminating a whole bunch of food. Gluten, sugar, and then all the nightshades. That would be tomato, eggplant, bell peppers, beans, all sorts of beans, all the grains, eggs, dairies. So it's very restrictive at first. And then you get into the reintroduction phase and you can reintroduce some foods. I have successfully reintroduced a very large amount of food that I thought I was gonna have to say goodbye to. So I'm able to eat eggs, I'm able to eat dairies, beans, bell peppers, eggplant, tomatoes, not so much. I can eat a little bit, but not too much. Like, I can't really have tomato sauce. I can't have anything with bell peppers, and beans make me sick, okay? Eggs, I've been able to reintroduce, and dairies, no problem. So I can have cheese again, thank God. That was rough. But gluten and sugar is really what I focus on. So what you're going to see is what I eat on a weekly basis, on a daily, and I've done a month of food on Patreon, what I eat in a month. Very similar. I don't eat a lot of different food. It's very similar from day to day with some variety, because I try to introduce, variety during the week. So a lot of you are going to find it boring, but you know what? You have to do what works for you. So since I'm talking about what works for you, I'm going to say something that's probably going to upset a lot of people. And if you could just take it or leave it and not jump on the comment section with whatever, I would really appreciate it, because again, it took a lot for me to be able to do this video. This is just my opinion. This is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm doing in coordination with my endocrinologist. So I am not pulling some kind of food, diet out of my back pocket and pretend to be pseudoscience. I'm working with an endocrinologist for almost 2 years now. It's going to be 2 years this December. So I've been working with an endocrinologist. He's the one who prescribes the meds. He's the one who prescribes the diet. He's the one who monitors my blood. He's the one who monitors my progress. He's the one who gives me green lights, or he's the one who tells me, you need to stop, this is not going in the right direction. So what I'm doing and what I'm going to show you has a green light from my endocrinologist, who I trust. And he's a doctor. I'm not the doctor. I don't play one on TV. I'm telling you what I'm doing. And this is something that I've been doing for a while. And this is something that's approved by my endocrinologist. He and I both agree that the 2,000 calorie diet, as we know it, no longer is valid in today's world. That was a guideline that was created back in the 1960s that has never been updated. If you look at the lifestyle of people in the 1960s, completely different than the lifestyle we have now. People were much more active. A very good example is the high school gym curriculum. Just look at what we were asking kids to do in gym compared to what we're asking them to do now. A lot of kids don't go into extracurricular activities to do football, baseball, gymnastics, whatever. A lot of kids don't do any sports at all. My 2 kids are an example. They never got involved in sports except marching band, which I would not consider sports, but it's still an activity. So some kids are not into sports, but yet we're telling them 2,000 calories a day. A lot of us eat 2,000, if not more, calories a day with very little activity. So the input far outweighs the output. That 2,000 calorie a day diet, recommended guideline, if I was to follow it, which I was somewhat following it back in the day, got me to be borderline morbidly obese. That's a fact. My BMI said so. My doctor said so. That's what I was eating. I had spent a whole 2 weeks tracking what I was eating just to show him. And it was between 2,000 and 22 on a daily basis as per the guidelines. Okay, well, that got me to be borderline morbidly obese. So my metabolism is such that there's no way I can sustain that kind of diet without gaining weight. So we've been working for a long time on trying to figure out what is my baseline for my body shape, for my age, for my metabolism, for my blood type, for my hormonal panels, and all of my autoimmune disorders. And my baseline is 1,500. And I know that some of you are gasping, and that's okay. 1,500 is my maximum. If I eat over 1,500, I gain weight. I'm going to go as far as saying, since I've lost a lot of weight, that if I go over 1,350, I gain weight or I don't lose any. Right now, I'm trying to maintain my weight loss from the past year, and I've been doing so successfully with what I'm going to show you. And it's not a lot of food. I'm perfectly aware of it. A lot of you are going to tell me I don't eat enough. That's fine. It's fine. It's what I need to eat. If I go above that, I gain weight. And I'm still not at my goal. I still have 10 pounds I need to lose. Okay, my BMI is normal. My cholesterol went all the way down. It's normal. I never had a blood sugar issue, so that's not a something that we're looking at it, but that's not an issue really. I'm not pre-diabetic, thank God, or never was pre-diabetic. But I eat on average between 1,250 and 1,350 a day. And that's what you're going to see. And I know that I'm going to hear about it. I get that. And I'm asking you to understand that this is what I have to do in order to maintain my weight loss. If I go above that, I regain. As simple as that. So that's what I have to do. And my doctor is aware, and that's what we're doing. And I don't lack energy. Okay? You watch me. I don't lack energy. I'm doing just fine with 1,250 to to 1350 a day. On days that I exercise, which I haven't had the week I filmed, I will have an extra 250 to 300 calories because that's what I will burn during my exercise. So for that, I'll have a protein shake. I'll add that. So that's what I wanted to preface with before we get into it. One, be nice, okay? Because again, I debated for a very long time whether I wanted to go back on talking about my health on this channel. Two, nobody's an expert. I follow advice from my doctor. This is what I'm doing with my doctor's green light and advice, okay? And he's not a quack, he's a very renowned, excellent doctor. I love the guy, okay? He's really good. So don't be mean. Don't be judgy. This is what I'm doing. This is what works. This is how I've maintained my weight loss. And this is what I plan on continuing to do. If it's not for you, it's not for you. If it's not enough for you, that's fine. If it's still too much, well, okay, that's fine too. But this is what I'm doing. And this is what works for me. And we're going to keep it on the eye. Okay, I am not telling you this is what you need to do. I am not telling you this is the only way to do it. I'm not trying to sell anything. I'm just plain and simply documenting what I eat in a week because you guys have asked how I've been maintaining my weight loss. So this is really what this is about. What I eat in a week to maintain my weight loss. That's it. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get pointers. I hope you get encouraged. I hope you don't get frightened thinking that this is what you got to do. If it's not for you, it's not for you, okay? It's fine. But a lot of you are interested, so I'm sharing that with you. I'm hoping I don't have to police the comments. And I'm hoping that the reaction is going to be encouraging, supportive, positive. And if so, then maybe I'll continue to do this type of video and get back into sharing more personal things. But if it's not, then back to, holding back because I'm tired of being hurt, guys. Okay? I'm human. I'm not a robot. I have feelings. And that's it. All right. So this is going to be basically just food with me talking in between. But it's just, I'm showing you everything I eat. Most of the talking was up front and then a little bit at the end. So let's get right into it. Let's start. It's Saturday morning. I know that you're going to ask me if I take any supplements, so I'm going to share with you the supplements I'm taking at the moment. And I'm not giving you any kind of medical advice. I want to be very clear. This is just stuff that I'm taking, that I've done research on, that seems to be working for me. I have probably different needs than you do in terms of supplementation. So that's just an example of what you could do, and this is what I do. So again, I need to do a lot of probiotics and I need to do a lot of fermented food. And I find that the fermented women's vitamin is actually a better choice for me than regular multivitamins. So this is the Codage fermented women's multivitamin, and 25 plus vitamins and minerals. And again, it's targeted for women, so it's got all the stuff that we need. I take a Super B complex. This is just a cheapo brand from Walgreens. You only take one a day. That helps with my energy level and metabolism as well. Vitamin D3, I need to take it with some kind of fat. So that's one of the reasons why you'll see me drink a kefir yogurt today. Vitamin D is fat soluble, I understand, so you can't take it on an empty stomach with no food. It's got to be taken with some kind of oil or any kind of fat food. butter on your toast will do it. So, but this one is D3 plus K2, which my understanding is that it's supposed to be a together thing, a duo. I take a probiotic. This is 5-in-1 probiotics. It's got 100 billion CPUs and 30 probiotic strains, plus 200 milligrams of prebiotic fiber. Boy, do I need fiber. So I take that as well. And then I take resveratrol plus, that's 16,000 milligram with natural extract by Simple Organic. And this is basically antioxidant and anti-aging. So these are the vitamins that I take on a daily basis. And then, you know, I'm gluten-free, right? 90% of the time I try my best. It's not always available as an option, but this is really the only one that I like. Gluten-free bread at the store is garbage. They're either too small. I like bulk, okay? It's either too small or I just don't like the taste. This is the whole grain gluten-free from Aldi. Live G free. And that's the only one I eat. I like that one. I like the white one too, but whole grain is better because, again, I'm trying to get more fiber. So it's 170 calories for 2 slices. And it's got 5 grams of sugar. But in terms of fiber, let's look at it. 4 grams is not a lot, right? But it's got 4 grams of fiber per 2 slices. So since I need to take my vitamin D with some kind of fat, if I don't put a little bit of butter on my toast, or if I don't have cheese included with my breakfast, I will have a glass of Redwood Hill Farm. This is goat milk kefir. You can find all sorts of kefir. You don't have to do goat's milk. I have another one here, which is the Lifeway kefir. It's probably more available across the board in terms of supermarkets, but this one is 0%, so I'm not going to take this one since I'm taking my vitamin and no butter today. So I'll have the goat one, and this is regular cow's milk. But kefir, it's an acquired taste, all right, but it's very good for you if you're trying to regrow and maintain a good biome in your guts. I would consider kefir and anything fermented, so that includes sauerkraut. I love kimchi. I'm going to have some of that as well today. So this is breakfast number 1. 2 toast with a little bit of kimchi and 2 poached eggs. I have a half a banana, some blackberries, and a little bit under a cup of goat's milk kefir. That's breakfast. It's actually quite late. It's past 11 o'clock. It's gonna hold me over for quite some time. And this is not what I eat on work days. It's Saturday today, so I tend to bulk a little bit more because I get busy during the day and I tend to forget to eat lunch. So if I look at calories, today's 1202 for breakfast. Altogether, it's 550. It's quite a lot, right? But again, I tend to be very busy during the day. On Saturday, I'm going to start filming right after breakfast, and I tend to forget again lunch. So I probably would have a snack sometimes in the afternoon and then dinner. So that's about it. 550 for breakfast, loaded with protein and a lot of probiotics. It's Saturday afternoon. I told you I skipped lunch. It's past 4 o'clock. It's almost 4:30. This is my snack. I'm having 2 rice cakes with some cheddar cheese, a little bit of spinach and olives, and a tea. So calculated, and then 2 rice cake is 80. 1 ounce of cheddar is 110. Spinach I don't count. It's like 7 leaves. Come on now. 5 olives is 30, so that's 320 calories. Saturday night, here comes dinner. I have a turkey burger and a little bit over a cup of butternut squash. I cooked it in the microwave, 8 minutes, perfect. Little bit of garlic powder on it and just a drizzle of cheese. I'm not even counting the cheese. And that comes down to turkey burgers 240, butternut squash is 160, so that's 400 calories for dinner. So the total for today is 1270. And protein 57 gram, carbs 96 grams, and that's it for Saturday. It's what I ate in a day. Well, hello everyone. It's Sunday and day 2 of what I eat in a week. And again, remember that I bulk up on breakfast for the weekend because I tend to forget lunch. So what do I have today? I have a 3-egg omelet with spinach and 1 ounce of cheese, 2 gluten-free toast with about a tablespoon worth of sugar-free jam. I have my regular tea with a little bit of milk. I don't count that milk. This is the fat-free kefir. Remember, I have 2, so that's the cow one, and all my vitamins, and of course my water. And that comes down to, let's see, we have 3-egg omelet is $2.70, 1 ounce of cheese is $1.10, cup of kefir is $90, 2 toast $1.70, and the jam is $10, so that's $650. I'm not counting the spinach. It's like what, 5 calories, so that's $650 for breakfast. Here's Sunday lunch, and I forgot to eat again, so it's past 5 o'clock. I have a veggie burger with lettuce. I'm gonna make a wrap, and that's a Chobani 0 sugar. So the burger is 110 and the Chobani is 60, so that's 170 for my snack slash lunch. And tonight I'm gonna make a vegetable soup with some chicken in it. Hey, it's Sunday night. Here's my soup. So I made a vegetable soup in the pressure cooker, and it has a whole breast of chicken in it and a ton of vegetables, and I added a little bit of cheese, and this is a miso base, and this is what miso base is. It's basically soy paste, soybean paste. I buy it at the Korean store, and it gives a great taste to soup. There's mushroom, butternut squash, and broccoli in here. So if we go back to my little book here, the soup altogether with the cheese is 478 calories. So for today, my total was $12.98 with 105 grams of protein, which is pretty good, and 76 grams of carbs. And that was Sunday and what I ate in one day. See you tomorrow. Hello and welcome back. It's Monday and I actually took the day off today. I have stuff going on in the house this week that I need to attend to, so I took a day off. And tomorrow on Wednesday I'm working remote, so it's going to be easy for me to track my food. This is breakfast for Monday. I have 2 gluten-free toast with 1 of those single hummus and a little bit of kimchi on it, 2 poached eggs in a cup, and a cup of berries, and of course I have my vitamins and a coffee. And altogether the 2 toast $1.70, hummus is $1.10, 2 poached eggs is $1.80, and the berries I'm counting it as 80, so my breakfast is 540 calories. I'll see you at lunch. Hey, here's my lunch, and it's basically leftover soup from yesterday, but it's a little bit less soup than yesterday. I put less cheese, I have less chicken, so yesterday I counted as 478. Today I'm going to count it, I'm guesstimating, I'm going to just do it at 400. You know, sometimes you just got to guess, and yeah, I think that's actually overdoing it, but I'm counting it as 400. And here's dinner for Monday night. I know it doesn't look super appetizing, it's still steamy. I have a turkey burger, and in the pan I deglazed it. I sauteed some green beans and added olives, green olives. Yeah, so I have a drop of Windex, proof that I do clean. Okay, dinner, turkey burger, 240, green beans, 70, and olives, 50. My total for the day is 1,300, and that's 61 grams of protein and 51 grams of carbs. I'll see you tomorrow, Tuesday. Hey, good morning. It is Tuesday and I am working remote. Here's my very early morning breakfast. I have 3 poached eggs, 1 banana. I only have 1 toast today with a little bit of jam. I'm not even going to count it. And a cup of goat's milk kefir, my vitamins, and a coffee. And that comes down to poached eggs is $2.70. 1 toast is 85, banana is 90, goat's milk 140, so that's 585 for breakfast. Hey, it's Tuesday lunch. I have a big bowl of salad. It's a mix of spinach and mesclun, a really tiny bit of shredded cheese, a veggie burger that I cut in pieces, and I have a little bit of dressing. It's actually salad cream from England, and I'll have a chobani, zero sugar. So salad, I'm counting that as 90, cheese 50, the veggie burger is 110, the dressing is 45, I just have 1 tablespoon, and the chobani is 60. My lunch is 355 calories. And it's Tuesday dinner, and probably the food that's going to gross everybody. I have strange taste. This is a huge tuna steak on a bed of cauliflower rice cooked with kimchi, scallions, and a little bit leftover of the green beans. And I'm also adding, yes, dry anchovies. They are super nutritious. Check it out. I hope you don't mind my scribble. Math is not my forte. So anyway, dinner. Dry anchovies, 31 calories. The tuna is 150. Cauliflower rice, 60. That's 241. And I lowered my calorie today, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I worked from home and I was seated all day. I barely burned anything. So on those days, I tend to eat less. Total calories, 1181. Protein, 100. Carbs, 39. And that was Tuesday. I'll see you tomorrow, Wednesday. Welcome back. It's Wednesday. I'm working remote. I didn't even open the drapes yet. It's that early. Here's breakfast for today. I have 1/4 cup of grits with 1/2 tablespoon of butter and 1 ounce of cheese. I have a cup of berries, a cup of goat's milk kefir, my regular vitamins, and a tea. So here we go for breakfast. Grits is 140, cheese 110, cup of berries 50, goat's kefir is 140, 1/2 teaspoon or tablespoon of butter is 50. Total calorie intake for breakfast is 490. I'd see you at lunch, and tonight after dinner I gotta pack my food for Thursday and Friday because I'm going back to work. Here's Wednesday's lunch, and one of the great things about working remote is that I actually have an hour of lunch, and it gives me time to cook. So what did I make? I made edamame pasta, that's penne pasta, gluten-free, a chicken drumstick, which I put in the air fryer, and I have a mesclun mix with a little bit of my salad sauce, my dressing. So the edamame pasta is 156 calories, the drumstick is 120, the salad, I'm just going to count it as 10, and salad dressing is 45. My lunch is 325 calories. I'll see you at dinner. Hey, it's Wednesday night, it's my dinner. I have a whole bunch of green olives, a sweet potato, and I buy the ones that are microwavable, so they already come in wrapped in plastic. You just put them in the microwave for like 7 to 8 minutes. Added a little bit of butter to it, and I have a ground beef patty that's not one that was already made. It's beef that I just put together, and I added a little bit of onions and whatnot, so it's just like a regular beef patty, not store-bought. And for dinner, that's 162 calories for the sweet potatoes. I'm counting 200 for the beef. Olives 80, a little bit of butter is 50. So my dinner is 492. Altogether was 1307 for the day. 75 grams of protein and 106 grams of carbs. And I'm going back to work tomorrow, so I have a fried egg sandwich. Well, fried. It's just basically 2 eggs that I did over easy with some spinach and 2 toast. I have 2 full chicken wings, drumettes I think they call them, that I put in the air fryer, and a sweet potato, same thing, the microwave one. I have a chobani, 0 sugar, and 1 apple. So when I see you again, it will be dinner for Thursday night. Welcome back. It's Thursday late afternoon. I just got back home from work and I'm running upstairs to edit. So I have 2 rice cakes, and what you see here is not Nutella. It is PB2. If you don't know what PB2 is, it's a powdered peanut butter. Here it is, and you just add water and it basically becomes peanut butter. And this one is a chocolate flavor. So if you look at the calories, right, this is 2 tablespoons, is 50 calories, and it's got only 1 gram of fat. Okay, so just for comparison purposes, I have Justin's classic peanut butter here, and 2 tablespoons is 210 calories. I hope I'm in focus, and 18 grams of fat. This is really good. They have the chocolate version and the regular version. You just add water. It's a powder. That's it. And it tastes just the same. At least to me it does. I recommend it if you're trying to watch your calorie intake and your fat intake. Alright, it's Thursday night and it's about as simple as it gets. It's still hot. I'm having a piece of salmon, that wild caught salmon that I cooked in the air fryer on a bed of mesclun with some big chunks of Parmesan cheese and salad dressing. That's my dinner. And let's recap today. Breakfast was 2 eggs, 180, 2 toast, 170 with some spinach, which I didn't count, was like 8 leaves. That was 350. 2 chicken wings was 110, sweet potato 162. I had a chobani and an apple for little snacks at work. I get hungry at work, okay? When I came home, you saw my 2 rice cakes. And I just realized I didn't count the 50 calorie for the PB2, so we're gonna have to add that. And then salmon is 140, salad 50, dressing 45, cheese 110. So calories is 1289, but I need to add 50. Okay, so I fixed that. So total calorie is 1339, protein 71.5, carbs 104. And I'm gonna show you what I prepared for my breakfast and lunch at work tomorrow. Alright, this is lunch for Friday at work, and since I started on Saturday, that's probably the last lunch you get to see, and breakfast. So breakfast is always the same. It's eggs and toast, except I have 3 eggs this time around, and that's scallion, and I added some lettuce on it once it was cooled down. For lunch, I have another piece of salmon, which I'm going to eat cold over a salad, and a little bit of cheese, and in it I have olive oil and vinegar, apple cider vinegar. I have a full cup of grapefruit with a few berries and a Chobani Zero. So that's everything I'm eating throughout the day at work, breakfast, lunch, and snacks. And I will see you again for Friday night. And it's Friday night. That will conclude the entire week. I'm having a soup with vegetable, cheese, kimchi, and a large piece of chicken. And all together, here's the day. Breakfast was 3 eggs, 2 toasts with some salad. That was 440 calories. Lunch was salad, cheese, salmon, vinaigrette. That was 340. For a snack, I had chobani and grapefruit and berries. That was 125. And I'm counting 320 for my soup. Total calories for today was 1225, protein 81, carbs 39. That was what I eat in a week. Well, there you have it. That's what I eat in a week. Again, it works for me. You know, I've lost 53 pounds. I stopped the diet somewhere around the end of July, and since July to now, which is about 6 months, I've maintained my weight loss eating that way. So I go by the results, and I go by how I feel. But I can tell you that yes, if I eat gluten excessively, I get sick. I get really bad migraines that last 3 days. I get the pins and needles in my elbows. I get the pins and needles in the back of my neck. Matter of fact, around the time of Thanksgiving, right after Thanksgiving, I had like a whole period where I overdid it with the gluten and the sugar. and I started getting a little bit of psoriasis on my scalp, and which is resolving now, or resorbing, whatever you want to call it, because I'm back on eating properly. So this is how I manage my symptoms. This is how I manage my health. I look better. My skin has greatly improved. I feel better. I sleep better. I'm energized. I'm not lacking in anything. I take all my vitamins. My blood work is perfect. Cholesterol, blood glucose, you name it, perfect. I'm deficient in nothing. But this is what I'm eating in order to get there. So that was it. That was me sharing what I eat in a week. If you want me to continue doing this kind of video, what I eat in a week, I'll gladly do it. But it all depends on how this one is gonna go. And be honest. So either I'll be out there or I'll go back in my cave. I hope you have a good day. I hope you enjoyed this. I think it was informative. If anything, it's going to give you a little bit of guidance. And that's it. All right. So thank you for watching. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for being supportive and encouraging me to make changes. 2023 was definitely a major year for me. I've made a lot of changes in many areas of my life. It's been a great year. It's been a great year, and I tend to keep it that way. So on to 2024, and next week we're starting Vlogmas, so I hope you're looking forward to that. I'll talk to you later. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe right here in the corner. And all my links are down below for the Etsy shop and Patreon if you want to consider. Thanks for watching. Bye.